Hello, my name is Azahani. I'm the quality manager at Global Education Company. Today I would like to talk about the quality management system ISO 9001:2015 in higher education. To begin with, the quality management systems are systems that are trying to shift companies from an ordinary performance into a quality performance, a performance that maximizes profits and minimizes losses. One approach or one system is what I would like to talk about is Hassan's approach and total quality management. Hassan's approach is an approach developed by Hassan al-Hamawi, which is a senior strategic consultant and quality management system principal auditor. He provides guidance and leadership in global sustainability, and he has more than 30 years of experience in auditing, consulting, and training for leadership and management systems. The approach basically consists of 5 parts. The first one being Deming's 8 concepts. The second one is the PDA cycle, followed by the golden rules, and then ISO standards, and the satisfaction of the 5 partners. We would talk about each one of these concepts in a little bit of detail throughout this lecture. First, I would like to talk about William Edward Demings, which is the guy that came up with the 8 principles that we are talking about in this approach. He is inarguably the father of quality management revolution. He developed these concepts and offer his solutions to the United States after the Second World War. However, they did not adopt it. But he went to Japan and tried to apply his principles there, or the concepts there. And it worked to a great extent, and it helped the country to recover after the war. He has a famous saying, if you adopt the philosophy of quality management, you will rule the world market in 5 years. So a total quality management, which aims to a quality performance. If we talk about a performance or an ordinary performance, which means that the accomplishment of a given task measured against known presets, which are accuracy, completeness, speed, and cost. However, a quality performance, the performance could be correct or incorrect. The task is accomplished anyways, but it could be correct or incorrect. The required results are established. This is what the performance usually means. A quality performance is the only probability with it is to be correct. You cannot afford to have any problems in it. A task is accomplished with compliance to 4 quality standards, which are the time, place, quantity, and quality. This is the difference when we said we want to go from a performance to a quality performance. So let's now talk about Deming's 8 concepts, which is the first part of Hassan's approach. The 8 concepts are: first, the organization should be a customer-focused organization. The second one is the role of leadership in the success of quality performance. The third one is is employee involvement. The fourth one is processes approach. The fifth one is system approach to management. The sixth one is continual improvement. And seventh one is fact-based decision making. And the eighth and the final one is mutually beneficial supplier relationship, supplier partnership. The first concept is customer focus, which means that the company must be customer focused. It should understand customers' current and future needs, and to get the best satisfaction rates possible. The customers might be internal or external customers. The external customers generally means the people that are receiving the final product, including the society, which the company has ethical obligations to. The internal customers are mostly the people that are working for the company. For example, teachers in higher education, in a higher education context. The second concept is the role of good leadership in the success of quality performance. So leadership has a lot to do with how successful a company or an organization is. They should first specify the organization's vision and mission. They have to know what are they doing, why are they doing there, why are they there. Then they have to define their goals and directions after defining the vision and mission of the company. They should also support the total quality management implementation program. They should provide necessary economical resources. They should, when they require, they should provide accredited consultants. They should also take care of continual training of their employees and themselves. And they have to breed the culture of quality in the company. They also have to create and maintain an effective quality management system. They have to have the correct body of people that are in place to do this. And most importantly, they have to find internal working environments that encourage their employees to do better for the sake of the success of their programs. The third concept is employee involvement. So, employees are the spirit and the core of any organization. When you have committed, involved or engaged employees, you would guarantee a better success for the company. You could have a happy or satisfied customer, but that doesn't mean it's an involved customer. He might be happy to take his paycheck at the end of the month, but it doesn't mean that he is actually doing the best that he could. So the way to get the best out of a customer is to actually get them involved in the system, which means that you can do a lot of things. For example, the leadership must try to listen to them, to make them feel that they are a vital part of the company. The fourth concept is process approach, which means that you view everything in your company as a process. For example, if you would like to create a certain product, then you have to think of creating that product as a process that has inputs and outputs and the way to do it. So you have to decide how to do the service, or the process itself, with what. Like what infrastructure, what services and devices that do you need? With who is the people that are gonna do it in your company? How many? Like how many of those products are you going to make? Which is all based on, for example, market research and other secondary data. The fifth concept is system approach to management, with an integrated system to management. we talked about processes. We said that everything is viewed in the company as a process. But then these processes are usually not that simple. They are interlocked and they can overlap, forming the actual system. So you have to connect all these processes when possible, and you have to discover the strength and weaknesses in each links or in each process. You have to improve the system by eliminating these weak points and hence increasing the effectiveness of the quality of our work. The sixth concept is continual improvement. This is a never-ending process. So you have to continuously improve the processes or the workflow of the company. So you start by identifying the opportunities in the process workflow. You plan how can you improve upon these services. Then you execute those plans for the improvement, and you review them. You review how well you did these improvements, whether they are good or not, and you start all over again. And this is a very continuous, well, the name says it, continual improvement. The seventh concept is fact-based decision making. So in order for the company to perform towards a quality performance, a fact-based decision making is necessary. This could be done based on past records that are being collected. So the company needs to collect quality data, needs to collect data on the performance of the company. And the total quality management actually requires that the company or the organization to continually collect and analyze data. The eighth concept is the supplier partnership. A supplier partnership is the discipline of strategically planning for and managing the interactions with any third-party organizations that provide your organization with goods or services in order to maximize the value of these interactions. The supplier of products or services will greatly affect the performance of your company. Therefore, it's better to choose accredited suppliers that use similar total quality management system in order to avoid any future problems. And we also, if you build trustful relationships with them, to make them believe that they are part of this success. The second part of Hassan's approach is the PDCA cycle. The PDCA cycle is an abbreviation for plan, do, check, and act. So whenever you have a process, when you think of a process, then you can write your process with the help of this tool, which is plan. You have to plan the new product or process that you want to do. Then do. You create a prototype, test it, collect data from the customers. Then check, analyze these collected data to measure the customer satisfaction, and then fully implement the new design and act on the collected feedback and so on. And it's a loop that runs continually. The first tool in the PDCA cycle is plan, which basically means determining the inputs and the outputs for any process and have an understanding on how to get from these inputs to the outputs to get to the defined goals of any process or service. The planning stage can include a lot of things. For example, quality policies, quality goals. It focuses on customer needs. It must define roles and responsibilities and communications and document information. And if you move on to the second tool, which is the do tool, is to execute the plan after gaining precise data. So this tool is connected to Deming's fourth and fifth concept, which are connected to process approach, to process approach, and the system approach to the management, an integrated system. Also, the do stage includes planning for operation and control, design and development, release of products and services, and control of non-conformity. The third phase is check. The check is to verify whether the work executed as planned. If yes, we can further improve upon it. If not, then the points of defects are investigated and controlled. This process is connected to all 8 of Deming's principles, of Deming concepts. The third part of Hassan's approach is the golden rule, which states, write what you will do whatever you wrote, check what you have done, act and adjust accordingly. We want to do the first step, that is right, according to ISO 9001:2015 standards, which comes to the fourth part of the approach, the ISO standards. So ISO is short for International Organization for Standards. It is an independent non-governmental organization headquartered in Geneva, Switzerland. It works in 162 plus countries. It is the world's largest developer of voluntary international standards. It facilitates world trade by providing common standards between nations. It has written over 20,000 standards in a various of fields, including manufacturing standards, including food security, agriculture, healthcare, and so on. The quality management system includes these four parts, which is documentation, implementation, evaluation, and improvement. So it has tools for each of these 4 areas that we can use. The final part of Hassan's approach is the satisfaction of the 5 partners. The 5 partners of quality are defined by the customers, the workers, the leaderships, the suppliers, and the society itself. Each of these quality partners has certain expectations from the company or the organization. For example, the customers expect certain products or services on a certain level of quality. The workers, on the other hand, expect improvement in their abilities to maintain their job. That means that they require trainings, they require support, and also to be promoted and praised for their achievements. That's a very important thing to the worker. The leadership expect achieving their objectives, expect an excellent reputation of their organization. They expect continual improvement and, of course, maximizing production and minimizing costs. The suppliers that are a vital part of the system, they expect to receive clear and detailed specified requests to avoid any confusion. They expect fair prices and strong, long-lasting relationship with their clients. Finally, the society which the company has moral obligations to them. They expect ethical and moral communication. They expect support of the community development. They expect an environmentally friendly policy from the company. And of course, most importantly, they expect the company to provide jobs for the society. So this was an overview on Hassan's approach on total quality management. Thank you all for being here.